sorry.
No worries, I just got here myself. Ah yeah, you look dynamite.
Wow, glad you think so. I just bought this outfit today.
Well, let's get moving.
This is how a typical man and woman go on a date. On the other hand, this is how non-typical science types go on a date.
You're about 36 hundredths of a second late, Himuro.
Sorry, that's just your opinion, Yukimura. Exact boundaries of our meeting place in front of the Hachisuke statue were not defined properly.
Well, your impudence is first class as always today.
Kind of you to say that.
Now then, our decided optimized date plan is going to be as follows.
After walking 3 minutes and 15 seconds, then we shop for 37 minutes and 28 seconds, correct?
Where did you want to go?
I was actually...
Huh?
All right, let's begin our date.
Right.
庶民ら庶民らどっちつかずの曖昧関係許せないから答えを求めようつなぐ手立てのパラドックス700万年前からの命題を今が誰も解けないらしい恋を定義する条件をみんな隠してしまうからあなたに会いに行くルートならば最短形描くアルゴリズムであるこう庶民ら庶民らはっきりさせて0か1かそれが大問題好きの右肩のダッシュか邪魔ね手と手つなぐ温度ならば平均示すはずなのになってグラフの右肩上がり続けて解決できないパラドックス
Who are they?
Doctors?
Stop!
Kanade, what's wrong? What are you doing?
You're supposed to only observe and record what happens here. You're not supposed to intervene at all.
You may not believe this, but we don't particularly like interfering with your date, okay?
Yeah, because there are just too many things to call you out on.
Excuse me, Kanade, but we're implementing the date according to the optimization plan we drew up.
Then let me just ask one question. Why are you wearing lab coats on a date? We're going shopping for clothes now!
What happened to Himuro and Kanade? Strange they haven't come back.
It just means they're gonna take forever, that's all.
We can only stay here another 25 minutes. Well, give or take 8 seconds, but it will impact the next item. Should we rework the schedule? Pity after all we did to optimize it. Right. The date plan seems to be in good shape.
We monitor the heart rate and blood pressure with the wrist sensor. For temperature, we can use a sticker-type thermometer with smartphone connectivity.
Good. We'll be able to measure our vitals more easily while on the date.
That'll be good for reference, but it's not going to give you any kind of significant data climax. If you picked up some other kinds of statistical data along the way, that'd be cool.
That's a good point. Simply running would cause heartbeat and pressure to increase.
Come on, just one more
To
second.
put it frankly, the only useful data you'll get is that you're hot and bothered.
That's for sure. Being in love is a lot more complicated than a bunch of statistics.
Wow, sounds like we're speaking from experience.
No, that's not what I meant. I guess, let me just say, you know, the best way to say it, they just make your heart skip. They make you happy. They make you feel relaxed with yourself. And maybe a little crazy sometimes. You always want to snuggle up close to them. There's so many emotions you're filled up with all the time. I guess that pretty well describes going out on a date with someone you love.
Amazing. Number of times the person makes your heart skip, number of times you feel happy, number of times you feel relaxed. number of times you feel a little uncertain, number of times you want to snuggle closer. We can count those emotions and keep a detailed record of them.
That makes sense.
Oh, right. Great idea. The thing they use for measuring traffic flow.
Wait a sec. Simple tabulation software on our smartphones should come up with the same results.
That's a cool idea.
I wonder if this would count under the heading of feeling a bit uncertain.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
What took so long? We only have 37 minutes in this location, and then we need to...
I didn't know what date clothes actually were, so I had a bit of a hard time deciding.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think of it?
Well, pretty nice. Not that I'm an expert or anything.
10 minutes and 36 seconds past the hour. Yukimura observed Himuro all dressed up in her date outfit and was seen hitting the counter repeatedly. That should work.
Yep.
No, wait, that evaluation's not right.
When you examine the data later, it's gonna be totally obvious anyway, you know?
Okay, very funny. Let's move on with the experiment without wasting time. We're gonna have to hurry if we want to get everything done.
Yes, let's hurry up. How about this? While choosing clothing, the female asks the male, which do you think is better? Maybe we could start with that. What do you think?
Fine with me.
What do you think about the first pair compared to the second? Which is better?
Let me see. When you use the word better, what's the data set? Function, fashion, even cost, color, engineering. There are many different standards you could be using here.
No one needs to be that precise enough!
In terms of relative priority, I'd posit something like...
This is ridiculous!
Then we'll use those relative priorities and express their goodness as evaluation E factored by X. With relative priorities, E of X would be defined like this. Functionality times 0.4, plus the fashion index times 0.25, plus my personal preference times 0.2, plus the cost index times 0.15. Greater the resulting numerical value, the more ideal the shoe.
Okay, I've got it. Now let's get to work. Yukimura, which do you feel an instinctive preference for?
B, I'd say.
Okay then, so we can say that your preference towards shoe A would be 0 and B would be 100.
For the cost index, we can use the inverse of the price as the base. And if we compare the evaluation indexes of shoes A and B in this context,
It will become immediately apparent which shoe is better. Now all that's left is how to determine the functionality and fashion index.
if we conducted a survey on the street, it would increase our objectivity, wouldn't it?
Are they serious? Am I really going to have to keep recording this inane data forever?
Evaluation index? Ugh. Why do I have to explain something this stupid, Bear? Bear with me, okay? Get it? Now you take stuff like functionality and fashion power and combine them and show how amazing the shoe is out of 100. That's it, Bear. Where you need to be careful is the cost index, Bear. Shoe prices can be all over the place. I mean, there can't be any human stupid enough to think they can just use the price as is. Know what I'm saying, Bear? You have to perform this thing called normalization and make sure the price's inexpensiveness is expressed as something out of 100 points, Bear. This is very similar to that famous deviation value thing. There's a bunch of ways to normalize, and if you want to know more, go look them up, Bear.
Hey, where do we want to go next?
Let's see now. Yeah?
Yuichi? Who the hell is this woman?
Hi, well, it may seem odd, but,
Here we go now. Well then, how's that?
It's, good, actually.
Log entry, 11:13 a.m. After initial is induced, Yukimura begins to sweat a little while masticating. Ooh.
A smartphone app's okay, but what are you going to do about recording the event details?
Since I'm the one who proposed it at the start, I'll do it myself.
You do realize that's going to be an awful lot of work. Tarasuke, you go. Give her a hand.
You know, I would really love to go, but I've got plans to go on a date with Aika.
Tarasuke, you will go.
Jeez! Why can't I ever stand up to her orders? Is it some kind of trauma from when we were kids? Well, now that I'm here, there's no use thinking about it anymore. As a man who lives on love, all I gotta do is watch over my seniors on their path to love. What's their next experiment? Oh, this one, huh? Come on, show us what kind of man you really are, Yukimura.
Pulse rate and body temperature rising. Hands shaking badly. The I did earlier, it's had a terrible effect. And what's next? Don't tell me we're supposed to hold hands.
Yukimura, this is really important. The story could split off here.
Something has sort of arisen. I think it's better we skip the next one. Let's go.
He chickened out! Don't you realize what you've done, Yukimura?
I see. Nothing to be done then. This should be exact change. Why don't you take care of the check? I'll go ahead and get in line for the bus, okay?
Oh, I guess that would be very efficient of you.
10 minutes into the date, you got caught two-timing, so they both dumped you?
Yuichi, that is like seriously lame. Shut up. That was just a crazy coincidence. Just watch and learn. I already got a fresh one in my sights.
Yeah, dude, do it.
Let's see. Who should I target? Oh.
Hey, that's one fine woman.
No way, dude. She's hooked up with someone for sure.
She'll try to make things difficult, but those uptight-looking types always give in to a gentle nudge. Yes, indeed.
What's wrong here? Why am I feeling so irritated? I'll just record it.
Excuse me, miss. You alone? How about we have some tea together?
No, I'm sorry. I'm in a hurry. I have to go.
Great, then it'll only be a second.
I'm sorry. Goodbye.
10 minutes is all, okay?
All right, then. I'll now explain to you why I will not have tea with you in a way that can be easily understood by anyone. Generally speaking, the reasons fall into 3 categories. 54% of the primary factors fall under my current state of urgency. However, please allow me to illustrate for a moment my total distrust of you personally. Regardless of my rejection of you, you persisted in your unrequested solicitation, which, among a plethora of other unpleasant things, renders your striking lack of appeal as a human being more obvious. Also, it is possible
I've tried to pick up a lot of girls in my time, but this is the first time I've ever been rejected like this. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm sorry.
Can you believe that?
You're so lame, Yuichi.
Why don't you just shut up? It's not done yet.
I finished my explanation now. If you don't mind, I'd like...
You've got it all wrong. My motives are as clear as day.
What's that mean?
Seriously, I'm in love. It happened when I saw your face for the first time.
Hey,
Huh?
don't touch that woman again, you chimp subgenus. Let's go.
You. I don't... Took you long enough?
Sorry about that.
Wait a minute. What's going on with you two? You her boyfriend or what?
No, actually.
Then this doesn't concern you, does it? Stop getting in the way of other people's love.
Oh, so I can presume that you're in love with her? Is that it? In that case, I have a question. Upon what basis did you determine you were in love?
Huh?
What is it about her that you love? What emotion led you to make that determination? What reason can you provide as objective proof?
What? You don't need a bunch of reasons to fall in love?
Of course you need a reason, you dolt! Never base your decisions on supposition! These are her good points and her bad points, the evidence for which I find her desirable, the measurement of my pulse, temperature, and other vitals when we are together. I have painstakingly assembled all of this, and not even I have been able to prove that I love her. So the likes of you could never so casually declare your love for her! We have no time to waste on animals who have cast aside reason. Let's go.
Wait, animals?
What have I done? I was far too emotional. I can't even imagine what Himuro must think of me now.
No way. He's just so cool.
Damn, I've seen some weird stuff, but them?
You got that right. I mean, those guys are seriously whack. Huh? Yeah, but we respect them for it. They're what we sort of affectionately call science types.
What is it with you people?
That's right, an amusement park. It's crawling with IRLers, the perfect place to close out a date. A land of dreams. This'll close the distance between the two of them big time. No prob. There's no way it can fail.
Look over there. Then tell me you still believe that.
One revolution takes about 20 seconds.
Well, I did use the chronometer to check, but it took about 24 seconds. Which means the angular velocity omega is about pi over 6.
And distance traveled in one revolution of the merry-go-round would be about 22 meters.
The value of mRw squared would be...
Could be. What do you think?
Not a chance.
Okay, Yukimura, listen up. When a roller coaster wants to make a loop around a circle with a radius r, as long as it takes off from a point 5 over 2 r in height, then everything will be fine.
That's if you don't enter friction and air resistance into your equation. When you take a look at the practical applications, you require a greater height.
You're not really that scared, are you?
No, of course not. I was just taking the opportunity to verify the safety features of the setup.
Then I guess we should hold hands, right? If the two of us were to hold hands, then our mass becomes the combined mass of two people, m, which means that the centrifugal force of mRw squared would increase.
You're right. And our chances of falling completely out of the loop would decrease.
Good try anyway.
Wait! Thinking about it rationally, the combined mass wouldn't change by holding hands.
I was flustered too, you know. And you sounded so convinced, Yukimura.
And you know, it doesn't really matter. But what's with your wearing lab coats again?
You're right.
I guess we didn't think about it.
Are they shape memory lab coats or something?
By the way, Yukimura, do you believe in ghosts and an afterlife?
Foolish question. Science can easily explain what's behind the so-called supernatural. Plasma and radiation. Pareidolia, the tendency to perceive specific images and random patterns. There have even been experiments to artificially create ghosts that have been successful.
That's right. However, it isn't as though science has explained everything in the universe. With so much still unknown, if things like spirits really did exist, it wouldn't be so strange, would it?
I agree with you. Even now, the world overflows with mysteries to be solved. I believe that's what you're saying.
Excuse me. Can we get our butts in gear?
Well, they finally made it to the Ferris wheel.
Looks like we'll be able to finish the plan after all. So, the experiment here is where they,
On a Ferris wheel painted by the rays of the setting sun, the two are enveloped in a romantic mood and are called to act.
Kosuke, what are they talking about?
Well, I would say that has to mean the two of them joined as one.
That's under stuff that happens on a date?
Huh? It's a Ferris wheel. And Ferris wheels are places for that kind of stuff. That's the way it's always been, okay? But still, I mean, look, I'm pretty sure they're holding each other. Yep, and the car is creaking and stuff.
You're kidding!
I'm not getting it. What's this call to act?
Kosuke must have gotten something wrong. There must have been a word he missed indicating the kind of correct behavior.
I understand. Yukimura, by the way, are you scared?
Himuro, what are you implying?
All things considered, you're a bit of a scaredy cat.
You're the one who grabbed onto me, don't forget.
It's just easier to read the itinerary this way.
Come on. There's no way, is there? I mean, given that it's those two, I'm not even sure they could manage a romantic mood in the first place. But as long as it all ends well, then...
What is this?
To put it simply, I suppose you could define it as a present.
Oh, well, thank you.
You should open it. I bought it while you and Kanade were off buying clothes.
Oh.
Out of the things I thought you might like, I selected 17 items and defined the Himuro Likes Index as H of X, and the item with the highest numerical result was this one. I don't believe something like that will be sufficient, but thanks for today. As you can see from this, I intended, under the guidance of Kosuke, the romance expert, to develop the perfect plan, but how can I put it? I have no experience with this. Perhaps I've not even met the base conditions of a date. So, if you're not satisfied, Himuro, then I guess I apologize.
It's true. I'm not sure we met the base conditions of a date. But you know, numbers are what we believe in, isn't that right? There, look. Here are the number of times I was happy and had fun today. 1,925 times total. As you can see, it's an exponential increase, even now at this moment.
Without being able to make a comparison, those numbers could be all over the map.
I suppose these samples then, they won't be enough.
I guess we'll need more then, huh? The experiment's done. We're pulling out of it.
Copy that.
How was it up there? Was it like as super romantic as you thought it would be or not?
I'll never tell.
Next time, Proof 5. Science geeks fell in love, so they tried holding a meeting.